Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com. This is Mike Oelkers from Ride Snowboards. This is the Ride Helix, and this other one is the Ride Twinpig, and we're going to talk about their similarities and their differences. Oelkers, welcome back.
Thank you for having
me. Hey man,
me.
you know, it was a nice little lunch break.
It was.
Now we're diving into some decks because there's a little bit of overlap, and a lot of people have questions about the Helix board and the Twinpig board. So
Yes.
we had Mike in because we want to. He's such an expert. He knows the product really well, and I know his voice will help you guys determine which deck is going to be better for you. Twinpig, new one to the lineup this year. I got it.
It is.
I got a new one to the lineup this year. The Helix has been within the pack for
Quite a few years
6,
now.
7,
It might
maybe
be
more.
7. Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
7.
more.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
What can you tell us about their similarities? I know the big one starts with an A.
Hey,
A.
awesome.
They're awesome.
Okay. Both of these guys are asymmetrically cut.
Yes.
Yep. So that's a big thing. On here, when you're looking at them, you will have a definitive left foot and a definitive right foot. So it will say that on the board. So you can get them mixed up. I've seen people get them mixed up. I've got them mixed up. You're just going to have some wicked toe turns if you mix it up. But
Right.
But pay attention to what's going on there. You know, we will have there is a little nub on there as well that signifies that this is your heel edge. So no matter if you're goofy, if you're regular, if you're whatever, you're going to have that definitive left foot, right foot story.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of unique for some people to kind of get over and think through. Is that this is the heel set edge, this is the toe set edge, left foot goes there, right foot goes there. There's little descriptions. If you're regular, you ride that way. If you're goofy, you ride that way.
Yep.
Why did Ride do that in both of these boards?
Well, it's one of the things that our team guys had asked for in there. But I mean, basically, if you don't know asymmetrical cuts, your front of your foot can bend this way.
Yeah.
Your back does not bend this way as well.
Yeah.
So we took a little bit more out of the heel,
Right.
so you can get level carves on a performance standpoint. When you're in the park, you might come off of your toe edge, you might come off of your heel edge.
Right.
You want them to be similar in the thought process
Right.
of spinning or whatnot. So
Right.
having that in there is great. Even though I'm not much of a trickster anymore, I
that's not
enjoy
true.
the
That's not true.
asymmetrical story.
Right.
Because for carving, it's awesome.
Rip it south.
Yeah, you're getting huge turns out of your heel and your toe. So nice to have it in both. Some other things that both of these offer are our stone ground centered bases.
Ooh, those are nice too.
Yeah, so a good base foundation going in there. Again, performance core on these. So it is Polonia, Aspen, and Bamboo.
Great.
So you're getting that 3-year warranty. You're also getting all the strength to weight ratio.
Right.
And then both of them are going to have a roll-in slime wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the rolling slime wall do?
Basically, it's thinning out that material so that you can get a real good flex in there.
Cool.
But we're pushing that slime, so that urethane, back further.
Okay.
And what it does on a standpoint of being durable is it helps everything from your base, your core, and your top sheet work together so that it's a tougher base and a tougher board. So typically it's hard to show when we do it because we do it on a slap test, so it's slapping a bar. So perfect for those park kids that are getting out there, because chances are they're hitting a box, they're hitting a rail or something like that, and there tends to be breakdown 1 to 6 hits.
Oh wow.
In that, whether it's you crack your sidewall, you crack your steel edge, or the base or core goes down. So from 1 to 6 times, this allowing us to have this roll-in slime wall. And some of our boards, it takes it over 100 hits.
Wow.
So on a durability standpoint, it's way better.
Quite a bit more.
Yep. But then we're able to thin them out so that they are thin but very responsive as well.
Right. Now, kind of looking at the broad perspective of both asymmetrical style boards that are kind of for park, and you can still ride them well in groomers.
Yep.
They're twin asymmetrical style shapes. What do you think is like the kind of biggest difference in category and feel for both of the boards?
So coming from the Helix side of things, this is going to be that aggressive rider, somebody who's looking for a lot of performance story out of it. You know, some of the bigger things, because it is a twin hybrid, you've got a little bit of reverse camber on your tip and your tail, and then it's camber underneath the foot.
Okay.
So in between
Quite a bit of camber.
Quite a bit of camber.
Quite a
so
bit of
that
camber.
one's really lively, really aggressive.
Okay.
You also have carbon array 3.
All right.
So it's going to have carbon 3 stringers up in the tip and the tail. They're going to give you that extra pop, and then you also have your carbon slime rods in there as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's carbon
So,
slime rods in the Helix.
Extra carbon in this one, just to give you that extra pop. Cut the weight,
Right.
you know, so you don't have as much weight, but you're able to get some stuff out of there.
Right. And then the Twinpig.
Twinpig.
It still has camber underneath and in between the feet,
Yep.
but there's a longer rockered section on the tips and the tail, right?
Yes, so this is our twin hybrid rocker. So as opposed to having just a sliver up here, now you've got a larger port in the front and the rear of it. So that starts it out there. You do have camber under the foot, like you said, just not as much camber,
Right.
so making it a little bit more mellow jibbing twin than you would. So we've got cleavage on our Twinpig as well.
Okay, cool. But is there any carbon array 3? Is there any additional
carbon array 3 in there.
It's just
It is
a
what it
hybrid
is.
style glass.
Yep.
Tri-X on top, bi-X on bottom, and
Definitely.
this one has just loads of extra carbon.
Yes. So, I mean, as the feel goes, like, I'm not going to lie to you. I spent a lot of time on it this last year on the Twinpig, and it feels like there's carbon in there.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, there are days where, you know, you can tell. Like, I mean, if you push it to its max, you're going to tell. But then there are times, like, if you're trying to catch a turn into a jump,
Right.
it does feel like there's carbon in there. So,
Right.
it is just more mellow flexing
Cool.
than that.
Right.
We also have topless construction on here.
Cool.
So that graphic,
just this one?
just that one.
Right.
Yep. So that one's fused right into the glass on the top.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, the Twinpig resides within the Twin series of boards, along with the Mountain, the new Super Pig, and the War Pig. And this is a volume shift story, so they tend to be, you can ride them, 3 to 6?
3 to 6 for this board particular.
For 3 to 6 centimeters shorter than you normally would, because it's also a bit wider.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas the Helix, this is the standard Helix. The Helix comes in a wide option, is not a volume shift story. Is that
Not
correct?
a volume shift. Yep.
Got it.
So this one, the best part about this is if you're looking for a twin, looking for an Asym twin,
Right.
and you've got a big foot, this accommodates. They're some of the biggest sizes in the snowboard industry as far as
Right.
waist width.
277 in the extra large, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're big,
Big foot.
17-inch foot.
Right.
Yep.
Big one. Yeah, it's cool to see how both boards have kind of evolved, and to see Ride add in a Twinpig because of the success of the War Pig. But having a twin style War Pig is great, and it's good that they added it in the place that they did with its feel and flex, because it's kind of a mellowed down version, I feel, of the Helix.
Yep,
Right.
definitely.
So if you want asymmetry, you want a twin board, but you want a kind of more mellow ride, but still has good energy, of course, that Twinpig is great.
It is.
Right.
Yep.
But if you want more aggressive, like a little more hard of a charger, the Helix. And to be honest, the Helix board is the one that I've kind of like suggested to riders who feel like they've been plateauing in their skill, in their growth.
Definitely.
Because there's so much performance in it. It has a great pop.
Oh, yeah.
The asymmetrical heel side edge is like easier to cut, and it's stable at high speeds.
Exactly.
So you see people going from like kind of like fast skidded turns or whatever into more dynamic crossover across undercarves, and you're really using the board's energy that's stored up to like maneuver down the hill.
Definitely.
All right. Now between the boards, what kind of bindings and boots would you match up with their distinct personalities? First with the Twinpig, and then into the Helix.
So Twinpig, because of where it is at that price point, and being that it is a little bit more mellow story, I would probably run like a KX or a Revolt on that.
Ooh, good call.
Yep.
Right.
So that'd be the pick there. Boot wise, Triad or
Ooh.
an Anthem probably would be
Okay.
my pick on that. So kind of right there, right in the middle there. And so on the Helix, I would say probably like a rodeo, and then rodeo or like a rodeo limited. I know they're not that far off from each other, but
Right.
somebody who wants a little bit more torsional movement in their high back, that limited would do great with it.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. And then boot?
Boot on that one. Oh, let's see. I would probably say a fuse or a lasso.
Fuse. Oh, the fuse would match up so good.
Yeah.
Good call. Now, besides this year's Warpig base, what other base is better than this base? Because this might be one of my favorite bases for the 2020 season across all brands. This is a really, really rad graphic.
Aside from the graphic, I mean, I love this graphic on this board. Aside from the graphic, I would probably say Warpig, just because it's graphic-less, but it's so poppy with that
Right.
orange and that yellow.
Day
Really
glow.
makes a statement
Right.
on the hill. And then
It's-
if you're out west and in POW, like it definitely makes a statement. And you see that thing glowing all the
Right.
way down the hill. So I would
Right.
say, not having the graphic story on there, that's probably would be my next pick for favorite base.
Cool. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen out there. These are some great asymmetrical twin style boards from Ride, the Helix and the Twinpig. Oelkers, awesome. Thanks so much for being here, walking
Thank
us
you.
through the stuff. Leave a comment or question. Let us know what you think of the boards here. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more vids there. And make sure to get linked to the gear below in the description. And hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Thanks so much.